Hello folks, for our Scattered Together service this morning, some of us were looking out our school photos and remembering those glorious days when we looked as cool as this. Now I have a little extra treat as well as the photos that I was able to find. I found this, my P3 exercise book, filled with all of the dramatic stories and beautiful artwork that I came up with aged 6. So would you like a couple of choice excerpts? I tell you, it's exciting stuff. The book starts with a visit to the dentist, which you would assume is something very dramatic for a 6-year-old child, but the drama starts to dissipate when you start to get the level of detail that I include here. In our dentist, when you're waiting in the waiting room, the girl calls and wants to know your surname. We have to say Bennett because our surname is Bennett. And then it starts going on, and then we get the description of going up to the dentist's chair, having to lie on the dentist's table. We know the name of our dentist, it says, but not where he lives, just his name. Just in case you're worried that we're kind of invading his privacy a little bit. But you can tell the visit to the dentist was a day of great drama. Then later on in the book, one of the staples of a child's storybook, imagine yourself back into the nativity story. I am one of the shepherds. One night I was sitting by the fire guarding my sheep. Off we go to Bethlehem, and again, no detail is spared. I came to a sand dune. I said, yikes, my camel did a stunt. I fell off into a pit. My camel didn't stop. Goodness me, the drama before we even finally get to Bethlehem and meet the baby Jesus. It's non-stop action. And at the end of all that, the teacher just said, untidy. Everyone's a critic. Later on in the book, there's another very action-packed story where we are explorers on Captain Cook's ship. And in this particular story, I meet a strange animal. I met something with the head of a tiger and the body of a mokey, which I presume is the body of a monkey. And then this is where it just gets surreal. Pop, pop, my name Pop is Pop, 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 says the tiger with the head of a mokey. Hello, Pop, 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 I say. I am not called Pop, Pop, Pop. I am called Pop, 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 Pop. And it goes on like that for pages. Imagine being the teacher, having to read through all this rubbish of non-stop Pop, Pop, Pops. I don't know what was in my head for that particular story. But incredible to look back on the brain and the mind of 6-year-old me and think, I never want to stop learning. You know, if you think how much was still ahead of me when I was writing these little stories, how much did I still have to learn about the world? And you don't ever want that to stop. You sometimes think when you stop writing your little stories and handing in your little essays at the end of your school days, are your learning days done? I really hope not. I hope there are places to see that I haven't even been able to imagine yet. I hope there are people to meet and stories to hear and personalities to discover that I can't even conceive of yet. And in my faith as well, I hope there are depths to the love and the majesty of God that I haven't even begun to understand. So I hope that there are plenty of school days still left ahead of me. Hopefully they will make more sense than some of the ones in this little book. So as we light our candles tonight, let's just pray that we will still approach life with that kind of joyful curiosity that we had when we were kids, that we will constantly be ready to learn. And just in case you missed it, and even if you didn't miss it, it's worth watching again. Here's our rogues gallery of old school photos from Belvoir Parish.